In order to get her husband to murder her, the woman collects the urine of her neighbor's pregnant woman, falsifies medical records that she is already pregnant, and secretly creates an economic crisis, then gets her husband to sign up to raise his insurance coverage when he's not looking, and then when it's the day of her 5th wedding anniversary she puts on her gloves and sets up the scene of the murder, leaving just enough of a break to raise suspicion, then enduring the pain to bleed herself, Amy spills the blood she's put in the cupboards, and finally pours all the remaining blood on the floor, and has to create palm prints of someone forcibly dragging her away. And just when you think it's over, Amy starts to clean up the scene of the crime but can't quite clean it up. She gets an iron bar, dips it in the blood and puts it in the fireplace, lights it on fire and fakes the destruction of the murder weapon, and finally, Amy burns the journal that she has been writing in for a long time, but can't completely burn it. She leaves clues so that the police can find it because the journal has important information recorded in it. Once this was done, Amy drove the used car she had bought from the dark web and began the game of evaporation. Hours later, her husband Nick had just returned home to find the broken coffee table and looking at the scene with signs of a struggle. He immediately called the police and Detective Bonnie soon found blood from the cover. To the surprise of Detective Bonnie, it turned out that Amy was a writer she had long admired, and then Nick was brought back to the police station by the police, and his blood and fingerprints were taken. Nick said they had just moved back from New York for more than a year, and Amy didn't have any friends here, which surprised Bonnie very much, and most of all, Nick, who had been married for many years, actually didn't even know Amy's blood type. On the 3rd night of Amy's disappearance, her fans and close friends held a vigil for her. Nick thanked everyone again and urged everyone to notify the police if they found any clues about Amy, and some of these fan friends suspected that Nick had killed Amy. Nick takes this opportunity to clarify that he had nothing to do with his wife's disappearance, that he is trying to cooperate with the police investigation, and that he has not hired a lawyer to help him, and just as most people are applauding him for his statement, a neighbor holding his child steps forward and breaks the bombshell that no one knew about.
What did you